Warm welcome, everybody, at the CogniTeach training course. This session is about play and playful learning, developing skills and competencies throughout play. We will explore the opportunities of play and playful learning. We will see that how play is serving as a fundamental tool for developing essential skills, competencies in students, and we will take a special look, a special focus on cognitive development. We will explore how playful learning have several practical applications in primary classrooms, and we will also compare structured and unstructured play and how playfulness is contributing to the students' holistic development. Let's see how joy and play become the foundation for deep, meaningful learning experiences which develop critical thinking, problem solving, and creativity as well. So we learn from research that play have a very important role in students' neural development. So play stimulates brain connections, strengthens the neural pathways, which are very essential for learning. So we can see that how children between the age of 0 to 6 lay critical foundations for lifelong learning, and their fundamental learning environment is playing. Their main learning activity is playing. In primary school, the neural plasticity development still continuing, still going on. The students enhancing their attention networks, their memory is developing, and also their executive functions are also becoming more mature and mature during their early years. So the cognitive architecture of the brain is just established throughout various mental frameworks, and actually playing different games are helping to establish these mental frameworks, which are so important to develop also abstract thinking, conceptual thinking, and this switch between concrete and abstract thinking. Brain development, cognitive development also play a very important role in emotional regulation. So when we consider play as a learning environment, we can also emphasize that play is a safe environment to process emotions, to develop empathy, and also practice self-regulation. So that is the main tool to develop learners' confidence, to become unafraid to make mistakes. Play is also the primary platform for social learning. Children can learn how to negotiate, how to cooperate, how to understand different perspectives, which are also very important skills, not only for their academic success, but also for their entire life. Regarding the Finnish practices, good practices from Finland, we published this interesting book called Playful Learning. And in this book, we introduce the early childhood core curriculum and also the preschool curriculum, and also some attention is given also to the early years in schooling for the first steps in the primary school. And we wrote this book together with teacher trainers, teachers, researchers, and it gives a summary on how to integrate pedagogical activities and care throughout play, and how to use play in the world of languages, in mathematics, in art, in motor skills, and so on. This is also a collection of more than 100 games what you can play for cognitive development, for emotional development, and for many aspects which has been mentioned in the previous moments. So When we want to include the playful learning approaches in our own practice, the Finnish example serves as a practical guidance. Some good practice is embedded in the Finnish practice, which means child-centered activities. The teacher's role is more like a facilitator in these moments, which means that the teacher is not really directing the children, but more participating in the learning process. He or she recognizes that he's only one actor in this multi-dimensional learning process. And there is also a balance between structured and free play, and emphasis on intrinsic motivation in the learning program. So this approach supports the education system where children begin their formal schooling comparably late. So in the age of 7, this is the year when children starts their formal schooling in Finland. And as you might heard about it, there are a little bit less hours in class in Finland compared to other countries. And also there is a less homework given in Finland compared to other countries. So the Finnish experience demonstrates that when children develop through play before formal education, they build stronger foundations for academic success later. So if we want to summary the Finnish approach for this playful curriculum, we can have this diagram as a good guidance to explore play and playfulness in the Finnish early childhood education. So you can see that pedagogical activities in early childhood education and care, which support children to learn, to experience, to act, to participate, to play, to move, to explore, to express themselves, are very important in this process. And you can also see those learning areas which are really the main areas for focusing the educational plan, which is the rich world of languages, diverse forms of expression, community and individual exploring, interacting with the environment, and growing, moving, and development. And you can see also that how the underlying values, the conceptions of learning, working methods, learning environments, cooperation, documentation, evaluation, development, assessment are all playing a role in developing the transversal competencies, which are thinking and learning, cultural competence, interaction and self-expression, taking care of oneself and managing daily life, multiliteracy, which means to be educated in multiple areas, and also participation and involvement in various social interactions, processes, and learning itself. So play can be a really good tool also to learn, that how you can learn different things to develop learning strategies. This can be very well done throughout playing. So when we take a look of the different types of play, we can distinguish between creative play, symbolic and dramatic play, constructive play, physical play, but there can be also other categorizations exist. This is mostly concentrate on the content of playing and connections to playing, and what are the main areas what play can develop. But when we take a look on the cognitive development throughout play, we can emphasize exploration, problem solving, communication, memory, and attention. So this is also the tool how Children can explore cause and effect, causality, patterns, relationships, and also develop different forms of thinking. Like scientific thinking is a specific form of thinking, academic thinking is a specific form of thinking, inquiry, discovery, these are all different mindsets. So these can be very well introduced throughout playful activities. Problem solving, creative solutions, teaching adaptability and persistence. This can be a very good ground in playing. How to communicate with each other, how to verbalize, how to express ideas, how to expand vocabulary, and how to express ourselves even non-verbal way. This is again can be practiced very well in play, but also how to focus, how to give time, how to concentrate on certain processes. This is also an important aspect what we can learn throughout play. Play and language development is also very closely connected. So we can see that while in the early play and symbolic play, rule-based play, advanced play, how the example of language can be developed throughout the years and throughout playing more and more complicated games, more and more sophisticated language games can be played throughout the years. So this you can see represented in this slide. However, when you focus on mathematical thinking in play, of course, number sense can be very well developed with board games, counting activities. Also, trading games can include real-life situations, and also the children can naturally discover many of the mathematical patterns throughout the play. Spatial relationships, measurement and comparison. These are also very well introduced in different playful activities. So we can see that play has not only the function to become the platform for recreation, for recess, is not only something which needs to be disconnected from curricular objectives, which is like taking a break of learning. However, that's very, very important to take a break with play. However, to include play into the curricular activities, that is a great potential not to miss throughout our pedagogical practices. So what can be the role of teachers in playing? So teachers can help to verbalize, visualize, express some playful situation. They can make good questions to support that play is connected with reflection. Teachers can also provide support, scaffolding, to bring in some different layers of understanding in the playful activities. And also teachers can extend the playful situations, add depth, complexity, and they can also develop play scenarios in cooperation with the children to respond better to the children's interest. And actually these are those roles which are very well represent a facilitator role in the case of teachers in the playful situation. So when we more considering that what are the ingredients of play, of course we need to think about how to enhance rich play environment. What are the physical space requirements for offering those kind of areas where different types of play can take place? How we need to allocate sufficient time, how we offer different materials, how we explore materials for playing, how we can balance the structure and freedom in these activities when play is serving learning. So you can recognize also that environment, both as a physical environment, but also as a mental, emotional environment, social environment, becomes like a third teacher in your playful learning. So it can silently communicate possibilities, expectations. Materials are also can promote exploration, problem solving, collaboration, and learning objectives are always important to keep clear during these activities. So, executive functions being already mentioned. What are these? So, working memory, inhibitory control. So that how do we behave and how we take care of a control of ourselves and others. How do we regulate behaviors throughout playing, and also to develop cognitive flexibility to be ready to change our mind, to be ready to adapt our thinking to certain situations, turn around situations, and recognizing even a disadvantageous situation as an advantageous setting in order to solve a problem. So these are not only related to mathematical problem solving, but also problem solving in life. And of course, assessment is a very important topic when we talk about play. So we also need to think about observation strategies. Is it documentation? Is it photographing, recording play sequences, using observation templates, collecting work samples, child-created artifacts are the best strategies. So we can assess according to our learning goals. And also, how do we interpret our observations? That's also need to be related to our learning goals. So these are all can need to be considered. And nowadays, of course, digital learning, digital environments, digital tools are such important um, characters and actors in our learning process. So when we are thoughtfully selecting these means of education, and well-selected digital tools can also contribute to knowledge retention, to have memorable experiences, can induce engagement, can also help transfer skills. But what is important to consider that we need to know very well these tools before introducing them, and introducing a tool is never a goal, but it's always just a tool to achieve a learning goal. So when we want to see that how playful learning can contribute to different learning areas, we can see that research and also daily experience shows that there is no such kind of area which play couldn't enhance. So we can see that also that the most powerful learning happens when subjects are integrated through the play scenarios, and they can also have connections with each other. So we can show real-world connections also throughout the playful activities, even if these are integrated in different subjects. Of course, there are many barriers what we need to respond when we implement play. The curricular pressure that we can hear so often, that I don't have time for playful activities because I need to maintain with the curriculum. There is also the time constraints. There are also assessment concerns, how we can assess playful activities. And also that parent can have different expectations about school activities, that it's not maybe playful place in the eye of some parents. So these are all needed to be considered and to be responded very well when playful activities are introduced. So, first of all, please observe children's interest, observe your students' interest. Also think critically about what kind of play scenarios can be developed and how play can take place in your learning scenario. Please also consider what kind of resources are needed to be provided or explored, and don't forget to document, to develop the assessment, to capture the evidence of development, to help you to keep track on the learning process. So we know also in the early years how motor skills development are very important also to enhance brain capacities. Many kind of playful opportunities are connected to this area, but also social emotional learning, relationship skills, self-management, social awareness is another area which can be connected even with subject-based learning. And of course, when we want to think about play, also it's an important question: is it a structured or unstructured play? You can maybe stop this video for a while to take a look at this comparison in this slide. So when we implementing playful learning, it also requires to practice thoughtful planning, careful observation, and ongoing reflection. You don't need to think big from the first moment. It's also totally fine to follow small steps, small footsteps to introduce play into your activity. You can start in your classroom, and then later maybe the entire school will recognize that there is something important happening. So when you start this journey, or you continue your journey, please reflect on your current practice. Evaluate where play already exists in your teaching and identify opportunities to expand these playful activities. Deepen your understanding. Explore those recommended resources. Explore the cognitive opportunities for development. Also, never be afraid to experiment with new approaches. Build also collaborative support. Talk with your colleagues. Involve your colleagues, involve the parents. Also count on your students in order to introduce these kind of changes. So thanks a lot for your attention, and I'm wishing you a very good learning journey in the CogniTeach project, and you can reach out to me if there are some further questions or communications. Thank you so much for your attention.